Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel Stylist Creations, and I trust God you all are doing great. Today I'm here with another sewing project. As you can see, we have this gorgeous fall panel quilt in front of us, which was so much fun to create it. And this project is so easy, so quicker. All you just have to follow step-by-step directions. I have got this panel from Amazon, which I had got during the summertime because I wanted to prep ahead for this project. I'm super excited to share with you all the step-by-step directions. Before heading down to the project, if you are new to my channel and just stopping by, just go ahead and subscribe. You're gonna learn here sewing, cooking, and DIY projects. So let's go ahead and start it out to the project. So here is our quilt panel, which is already soaked in a water, dried, and I have iron pressed. I had soaked in a water for a couple hours just to make sure if it's a cotton fabric that shouldn't be shrink. So after that, then I have a hot iron press, and if you noticed, I have little outline embroidered these puppies and also these apples and the word grateful, just to have a little some extra popness on my quilt panel. But you can do whatever way you like to do. I was just liking this idea, so I did it. So my total length of this panel is 42 inches long after trimming these white edges. And if I show you the number, you can easily find on Amazon. That's the CP68778 truck filled with pumpkins and puppy. Okay, and the width of this panel is 36 inches. Then I also gonna use the polyfill extra soft quilt bedding, and for backing I am using this satin fabric which I find at the Walmart that was on a clearance for 2 yards. The actual price could be $12 so that was a good deal. Especially I was able to find a new satin fabric rather than getting any fabric from the yard sale. And I like the way it's gonna match up with the border, little bit of colors. So especially it's going to be on a back, so it's not a big deal. And for binder, I'm using this polka dot binder around the edges. Especially with this, I guess the polka dot gonna look nice, and also the orange will be matching with the inside of trucks. So that's all, and I'm going to try in a very simple way. We're just going to attach the bedding on the back and put the backing fabric and just sew around the edges. And after that, then I will prepare our binder, which I already show in my videos how to do that. I will put link in the description box so you can easily find step by step all the projects, how to make a binder, and also how to attach two binder pieces together like a professionally, so you can increase length of your binder. So let's go ahead and start it. Here I have added panel, bedding, and backing fabric together. And if you notice on a back, I have used all the pins on a back. Okay, so the simple trick I'm going to do, make sure your fabric is straight when you're pinning up. In that way you don't have any bulkiness or lump in your fabric. So the simply first I gonna do stitch on this edge around the border. Okay, in that way my fabric will be enough steady. And then after stitching here, then I will also stitch 1/4 inch distance here. In that way, when I am trimming this fabric, every panel is even. And after that, then simply I'm going to add the binder. But also my plan is I'm going to add hanging pocket on the back. So if I want to hang this quilt, that will be help me to easily just hang. I already teach in my videos like this quilt is hanging, this quilt panel. So I will not show in detail, but you will still see what I did on the back. So let's head to our sewing machine now. Okay, so my sewing machine settings are on a straight stitch, and we're just gonna sew on a stitch in a ditch, simply on the line we have already. If I show you on the back, see that the stitch is also on the back. So that will make a perfect box around our quilt. So make sure when you are coming to corner, just leave your needle inside, see that, and put your presser foot up and move your fabric, and then put your presser foot down. So in that way, without breaking the thread, you are just creating neat corners. Okay. Okay, so we have just finished our stitches around the edge, all around our block. Now the next stitch I'm going to make on the top of here, just around the edges. In that way we're gonna secure full panel, and after stitching full block, and then I will back and I will show you how to attach the binder. Stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, the both stitches are done. Now I'm just going to cut extra fabric and bedding all around the edges. In that way, our panel is our binder prep, which was a 3 inches wide strap, and I just folded in half, and all we're just gonna sew around the edges like this, and then we will flip inside out or outside in. It's depending the way you want to do. And then on other hand, I also put the hanging pocket. If you notice, I have cut a square 4 by 4 inches and then just fold them in a triangle and just sew around the sides, so in that way we can have a hanging pocket. I already teach in my one video in detail. I will put in a link description box so you can easily learn step by step. I just did this project this step ahead so we can save our time. So the next step which I wanted to do, simply I'm going to pin up my binder on the back side of my quilt, and we are just going to sew around a 1/4 inch. Okay, once we finished all the stitches all around our quilt block, then we will flip our binder and we will be bringing on front side. In that way we will have a neat look, and once we bring at front, then we will stitch on top of that. So let's head to our sewing machine. Now just the sewing machine stuff is left. So I'm going to start by bottom center. So in that way, when we are joining our binder together at the end, so that will be in a center and on a bottom, not on the top or on the sides. Okay, and I'm going to stitch around a 1/2 inches distance. And if you want to learn the binder video in a detail, how to make binder and how to stitch, I have a video in a detail where I have to teach everything from making to stitching and how to turn the corners. So you definitely have to check out that video as well if you want to do your quilt nicely. So here, just a little tip I'm going to show you how I have made this corner in triangle. Okay, triangle I made because once we're gonna flip this into other side, in that way we're not gonna have any bulkiness and we will have a correctly curved. So simply I just have to, you see that, I just take this from this corner and just place my pin. If you want to place, if you don't want to, just make sure you stitch just on an edge of the single layer. You're not hitting a second layer. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to stitch here till okay. And that's it. We're simply just going to keep repeating the process. I'm going to stitch all around my quilt panel. Okay, that's how we're gonna do our corners, the back and the front. Okay, I'm going to pin up all around my quilt, and then I will be back and we will just sew on top of this. Okay, I will be stitching rest of all and then I will show you the next finished look. But you see how neatly those corners are also stitched. So let me finish and then I will be showing you the finished look. Thank you so much for watching our today's sewing project. As you can see, our panel quilt turned out to very pretty, and especially extra little embroidery on a couple patches of this panel make this project more special and more popped up. If you really get inspired by our today's sewing project, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share with your family and friends so many people can learn about sewing, cooking and DIY projects. I love you all. God bless you all. Be safe wherever you are and have a lovely, fabulous day. Bye-bye.